Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Actually, let's find some different music, so that way this doesn't get taken down in like 2 seconds. Which I don't think it would, because I think this is free for all music. So let's see what we got. Let's search. Let's do that. Let's do lo-fi Nintendo music. Bum, 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 bum. This should be fine.
This is how AG
This is an ad.
Foundational nutrition.
This is not an ad. What is today? Today's Monday morning. Oh, it's Monday morning. Oh. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another sitting back, relaxing, talking with Matty episode. I guess, I don't know. I gotta take a break. I have to wait for the first coat of paint to dry in the room. It looks awesome. I'm so happy the wall's back together. So I'm just waiting for that to dry for a little bit. So I figured I'd hop on for about 20 minutes and just chat. And then I can knock that second coat out. And then the room's gonna get put back together. It's gonna be so awesome. I just made a post about that on the YouTube channel about with the first coat of paint. The wall's looking really good. Like I said, I can't wait to get that second coat on. I just have to wait for it to dry enough, and then we'll be able to rock and roll. Yeah. And it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait to start hanging up all the pictures the way I wanted to. What I had done for a while was I just stacked the arcade machines, and I had all of the comic books going in a single file line above them, which looked kind of cool, but I really wanted to do that staggered pattern to make it like really look up and utilize all the space of the room. So when I realized that the wall had that problem, you had to go fix that. Well, I can't believe it was, well, I'm so happy that it was just drywall screws, because I was worried that there was going to be some water damage. So I cut into the wall before the guy came just to take a quick peek, and was like, all right, no water damage, we're good there. So maybe it's just drywall screws. And sure enough, he cut into it and did a large span, do the replacement. He was like, yep, no drywall screws. So it was a somewhat easy fix, all part of owning a house, because there's always something that comes up. So, you know, it's how it is. 5 viewers right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy staying here for a little while. We're going to have a good time. Hopefully I don't spill this on here. So yeah, what's going on with you guys? How are you all doing? I should have new videos out later in the week. A new video did post. I did a funny Matt and Matty video with the wall. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Give it a like and a share. It goes a long way for the channel, obviously. Snorwegi's taking a nap back there. Brando, good morning, Matty. So I was just wondering, when do you think the next Zelda stream will be, and are we on to Ocarina of Time? Yes, we're doing Ocarina of Time. The next stream is going to be Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Zelda and Coffee will pretty much always be Saturday mornings for the foreseeable future, because that's the one time I have free to be able to record that. Unless, unfortunately, I get stuck with an overtime shift, but that's why the Discord's there. I'll make the announcement on the Discord if the stream time has to change. Hopefully within 24 hours of that happening, I'll know. Or something, you know, comes up that I forget about that I'll have to take care of. But that's just all how life is. You know, you got things that come up, so you can't stream all the time. Ciao, Lucas. Hello, what's going on? How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, 6 viewers right now. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you all so much for joining in. Thank you for hitting the like button as well. John's Aragorn, what's going on? I like sleeping Pokemon with Luigi hat. That's Snorwegie over there. He's made a couple of video appearances here and there. He's just kind of pushed off to the side at the moment. JP3 Prods, what's going on? Love your live streams. Thank you so much. There's going to be plenty more of them in the future. I just had to take a quick break, although I still stream this week, even though I have like all the plastic around me still. Looks like that scene from American Psycho with all the drop cloth plastic. But yeah, I'm painting the wall right now. I was originally going to do a video with it, but I wanted to do a time-lapse video, but my plans with my ambitions and what actually comes to fruition tends to be a little bit different. So I wanted to do a whole like time-lapse of me doing it and making it go really fast. I think the best I got was the Matt and Matty video. Do you have the Master Sword, like a replica Master Sword? I do not. The closest thing I have to that is one of my subscribers, Cubby, does woodworking, and he made a shield with a little Master Sword replica that like hangs. So that was really neat. So I mean, technically, I guess I do have a Master Sword. Other than that, up in the corner, I've got my Zelda and Coffee Triforce up there. Luigi? Mamma mia! Alia 4673, hello, good morning, welcome. Welcome to the chat. We're just hanging out, having a good time. Just talking about stuff that's coming down the line. I'm working on my OBS setup so the streams will be more engaging. I think what I have to do is I have to subscribe, buy a membership again for Streamlabs. I was hoping to do it the free way just because I wasn't doing multi-streaming anymore. And I'm just all in on YouTube. So, but with that, it's still limited, and it like overlays like Streamlabs, like I guess advertising on the emojis and stuff that pop up. So I'm not really a fan of that. So I guess I'm just gonna have to break down and like, order a year subscription for them so that way I can get all that and more. Nice Snorlax, thanks. Bob UFO, do you like Wario or Waluigi better? That's a tough one. I like them both. I mean, I've always been a Luigi fan, so I guess it kind of was naturally that like I thought Waluigi was kind of cooler. But after playing back in the day, after playing Mario 64 on the DS, and you got to play as Wario, I really liked that character a lot more. Then by Fonkster, Matty, would you rather eat 15 ceramic plates or a car door on a Ford F-150? Car door on a Ford F-150 or 15 ceramic plates? It's a tough question. Do I get to put hot sauce on the ceramic plates? Do I have Sonic games? Yes, I do. I collect Sega Genesis as well. You can't really see them in the plastic right there, but they're back there. I've got Sonic 1, 2, I think 3, Sonic Spinball, a bunch of others. 11 viewers right now. Hello, everyone. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate that. We got 2 likes on the live right now, and that little heart button, if that's still there, that's a thing, I guess. I don't know. Do I like first-person shooters games? Yes, I get horribly addicted to them. We have at work, one of my coworkers brought in Xbox One, and we have like kind of like an open game going all the time of like Call of Duty or whatever. So I jump on, I play Call of Duty a lot. I'm decent at those games. I just don't really play them at home. What games do I play? Mostly retro games now. Anything from literally Atari all the way up to Xbox 360 is kind of my area of expertise with what I collect right now. So I'm playing that. Mostly for my streams, I tend to do... I'm trying to work through my Nintendo catalog, which is behind me, because there's a lot of games that I've picked up in fairly recently that I haven't got a chance to play. Legend, what's going on? How are you doing? Mysterious Network of Josh, what's your favorite Nintendo game? That is an ever-changing answer. It has bounced around from... Oh, I hit the pause button on this by accident. That has bounced around from time to time. Obviously, the original Legend of Zelda was a huge favorite of mine for the longest time. Then I started really getting into Jackal, the Jeep game where you drive around and save the POWs. That's a blast. I love playing that one. Then you get to games like Bucky O'Hare. New Ghostbusters 2, which is a European, Australian release and Japanese release for the game, that didn't come out for us, is a fantastic Ghostbusters game, and I really like that. Glad to hear you're doing good, Legend. Elijah plays Rocket League. So I never had a chance to play Rocket League. I don't think I'm going to get around to it, but it sounds fun. Mario 3 versus World, what do you like more? I'm going to lean to Super Mario World. So I played 3 first. I grew up with 3 and Super Mario World, but Mario World takes it kind of to another level. I still have a special place in my heart for 3, but I would say of those 2, I favor World more, especially because of Yoshi. Legend plays Call of Duty, nice. Oh man, I forgot about Jackal. Jason Reed, what's going on? How are you doing? Yeah, Jackal's a blast. I'm hoping to get either the kids into playing that 2-player or getting my brother over here from time to time so that way we can play. Have I ever tried Apex or Destiny 3? So my brother is a big gamer for like modern first-person shooters and all that stuff like that, and he plays all the time. I've watched him play some Destiny and Apex. Definitely cool games. Not my area of expertise anymore. Definitely fun to watch him play though because he's really good. No one plays Call of Duty. Yeah, it's. I feel like that's a thing that goes through phases. Like especially with like games like Grand Theft Auto, where there's been these major titles for the last 10 to 15 years. You get kind of fatigued of them. It's the same thing over and over again. Like I was a huge fan of Grand Theft Auto for the longest time with three, four, three, Vice City, four, and then after four, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, and I was like, this is just the same game, but like just a ton extras. So I kind of lost the interest in it because I just felt like I was doing the same thing over and over again. I like you earned a sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the rest of my channel. I make Do You Remember videos where I showcase games that people may not know, or some games that you remember for nostalgia purposes. I also do funny stuff. Just if it makes me laugh, I tend to like make a little video about it. Tired Millennial, what's going on? How are you doing? You love my dad. He loves those games. Oh, awesome. You should show him my channel. He'd probably really like it. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of fun stuff on here. I collect like a whole bunch of things, and my collection's always growing. Brando, what are you doing to the game room? So, Brandon, I don't know if you heard, I had a bit of an issue with one of the walls in the room, so I had to kind of put everything on hold, get that fixed. I'm in the middle of painting it right now. So I got the first coat of paint on. It absolutely looks amazing. I'm just waiting to get that second coat on there, and then I'm going to tidy everything up. Hopefully before I go to work today, I'll have all the plastic down and I'll be able to start figuring out. I think I'm going to redesign how I have the arcade one-up machines. So I don't know if you guys can see in the room here. So everything's in plastic over there, but I got these two windows. I tend to keep the windows closed. I have them open right now for the painting, but I tend to keep them closed because I don't want the boxes that I have and some of the memorabilia and the arcade machines themselves to get faded from the sun. So I have those blackout shades. So the room tends to be kind of dark for the most part. So with those closed, I was thinking of taking the arcade machines and kind of stacking them around each other in kind of a more arcade setup that you used to see back in the day. And I'm going to see how that works, because that would also make a little more space in the room for me to kind of add some more stuff. So it's always about, maneuvering things around and kind of making it fit where it's not looking like a hoarder lives in your house, I guess. Did I ever play Roblox? I have not. I've watched the kiddos play Roblox. Charlotte, what's going on? Looks like you're planning something to go on one of the crime channels. I know. I was thinking about making a couple of different videos because I have the drop cloths down. And I was thinking about doing like a spoof on Goodfellas where what's his name gets made. And spoiler alert if you didn't see it, but I'm not going to say it. So no spoilers. But yeah, I was thinking about doing like a spoof on American Psycho with the two Matty characters with that. But, I've been so busy with everything else. Like I said, this gets to one of those things where my creativeness, like I have all of these amazing creative ideas for doing fun stuff that I enjoy, like filming. Like I like making these little videos here and there outside of the video game stuff, or videos that kind of relate to that. But I just don't have the time. I did not hear that. Glad you're getting it all back together, buddy. You'll have to give us a tour when it's done. Yeah, I plan on doing like a tour video, kind of like Lost in the 80s and 90s has done with his room. It's not as much as his stuff, no, by like comparison. Like that dude's got everything. Is it 9:47 for me? It is not. Looks like you're, yeah, it would be so good, Charlotte. Man, so many fun ideas. Shane Ferguson, have you played any of the Xenosaga trilogy? If so, how do you feel about them? So that's a series that I never got into. I knew friends that played Xenosaga. I just never got into it myself. Will I get around to it at some point? Gosh, I hope I do. It's just one of those things where like, after a while, your backlog of games just gets so blown out of proportion. Like I could literally stop collecting right now, and I'm pretty sure I have enough games for the rest of my life. Because there's even games that I'll play and go back to. Like I always revisit the Resident Evils because that's like my favorite series. I always revisit the Zeldas. What time is it then? Are you trying to triangulate my location? Should I tell you the time? Okay. It is 10:49 where I am. Dun dun dun. But yeah, so 13 viewers right now. Hi everybody, welcome. But yeah, so well, I lost my train of thought. Choo-choo train of thought. Oh yeah, backlog of games. Yeah, so there's like games that I always want to revisit too. And as you get older, you may acquire the funds to purchase these games, but the time for playing them wanes. And you kind of have to like either burn the candle at both ends and just stay up late, which becomes harder and harder to do. Or just like really find the time here and there. That's why I really enjoy playing the retro games, because they're games that I grew up with, that I'm familiar with, and I can just sit down and play them for like 20 minutes or so. And 20 minutes usually gets you pretty far in those games, or you lose all your lives and you're kind of like, okay, that's it, because there's no save systems for a lot of them. And you have like either the number letter combination codes that you have to put in. So I'm not writing those down. I'm just seeing how far I can go in Mega Man or Adventure Island or something like that. And then I'm good. Like I get my fill for the 20 minutes and I can go about doing other things. But yeah, but I mean, to be honest with you, this is kind of like my quiet place. So like what I do is if like I have time and the kids are all put to bed, I'll, Melissa's at work, I'll sit back and kind of just relax in here for a little bit, listen to some music and just relax. Not even necessarily play some games, just kind of enjoy my stuff. So, and then look online for more stuff. Totally not a hoarder. That's not a thing. Oh no, my internet stopped working. Oh, I just muted it. I keep hitting the mute button by accident. Now I paused it. There you go. But yeah, so let me put this down because it's starting to burn my lap. A little background music in there. 11 viewers right now, 5 likes on the live. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. I know it's all covered in plastic, but I got my Ghostbuster stuff. I got my video game stuff all on the wall. There's more to go up there. I just haven't gotten around to doing it because I had to kind of mess around with stuff. I don't know if I can I turn the camera this way all the way? But yeah, so yeah, here's like some of my video game setup over here as well. I got some fun stuff going on over there. There's a lot. And even when the room's complete, I think it's going to be really cool. Also, like I've did something too recently. I started gathering up all my old collectibles from when I was a teenager and younger. Like I have action figures and stuff like that, that some of them are still in boxes. I'm thinking about displaying those around the room. Yeah, I got a GameCube too. It's fun too, because I'm kind of like, the way I'm doing this too is kind of like curating a museum is how I kind of look at it. So I have systems that are mine. I have systems that are my brother's that he doesn't play anymore, that he was like, hey, if you're going to use them, go right ahead and like take them and like have them in there. Like the GameCube is my brother's. The Nintendo 64, that one I bought myself because my brothers were using his at work for his break time. Super Nintendo's, both of me and my brothers. The original Nintendo's mine. Yeah, PlayStation 2, like all that stuff. Like, and it's fun because like he can come over and like we can chill out and play some games too when he comes over. Excuse me. This episode of Matty Talks to Everyone is not brought to you by Bubbly, but Bubbly is a delicious drink. But yeah, GameCube. So we went out. I forgot. I wanted to get the GameCube too. I can't remember. Maybe it is mine now. It's probably my brother's. I know the Resident Evil games for GameCube are 100% mine because the whole reason I wanted to get a GameCube was because of the Resident Evil remake, which I heard they are remaking again. And I'm pretty happy about that. A lot of people are kind of like, it's like enough of the remakes already. Like the remake that they did was perfect. And I 100% agree. However, I'd like to see what they do with it again. It's one of my favorite storylines from Resident Evil, so I kind of want to see if they reimagine it a little bit better and kind of build on it some more. I'm kind of cool with the over-the-shoulder idea of it for that series as well, because they've been doing that for 2 and 3 and 4. So I'm kind of excited to see where they go with it. You have 0 subscribers, Elijah? Elijah, what do you do? Which one? The original Resident Evil. So the original game that came out where they're in the mansion, that came out on PlayStation 1 back in like 96. In 2002 or 1, they remade it and it had next gen graphics, and by utilizing the pre-rendered backgrounds again, they were able to focus all of the video game engine pretty much on the character models. So for 2002, it was like mind-blowing. And they increased on areas in the game and made it a little bit longer, which is pretty much has gone down in history about if you're going to do a remake, you do it like this. So now they're going to remake it again, and people are kind of on the fence about it. That Resident Evil was brutal. The GameCube one, it's a lot of fun. It takes a while to get used to the controls for it if you were never familiar with the tank controls. And yeah, it can be brutal. So you have to know when to save in that game, or else you will be caught without enough ammo in a corner with no health, and one of the monsters is just going to come and rip your head off. I'm waiting for Elijah's response. I want to know what you stream on or create content for on here. Or did you just start and you have no subscribers? 9 viewers right now. Thank you so much for the likes. 7 likes on the live, everybody. I really appreciate it. We're probably going to stream for just about another 10 minutes. I've given the wall, I think, enough time to dry at this point. It looks like it's blended in perfectly, so I'm going to have to get back to that before my brushes start drying out. You play Roblox? Oh, all right. Well, okay, so here's some tips. If you stream Roblox on YouTube, work on your, not title card, that's not the right term. If you're streaming that, your thumbnails. Making a good thumbnail can create better impressions for you and get more people to find your channel. If you're doing that also, engage with your audience. Even if you have nobody watching you, just talk like you would be talking to a whole bunch of people, because it's good practice and that can make you grow from there. I didn't start out on YouTube. I started out on the Clock app, and it grew pretty fast during the pandemic. I got a big following, but I didn't like how that app was going, so I kind of jumped ship. I made that decision like a year or two ago, and I just started doing things at my own pace on here. I was making content all the time, and that was kind of burning me out. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to make videos when I felt like I could. I played it as a child on PS1, so yeah, the saving system was interesting. Yes. One of the very few ones of the series I never cleared was Code Veronica X. The only other early ones I never cleared were the first and Zero. Shane, so Code Veronica can be unforgiving in a couple areas. And there's also like, I can't remember, I think it's the last boss. If you're not correctly prepared for the last boss, she will stun lock you and there's no way out of it. And you kind of have to, you gotta, especially if you save at the wrong point towards the last boss, then you can never get out of that and you'd have to start the game over pretty much. So yeah, it's never good. That one gets ridiculously hard for no reason in a couple spots. So yeah, I remember getting really frustrated, and thankfully I had an extra save. I think I almost got into that problem back in the day when I played it. And either I did start over or I had to go to an earlier save, which was like halfway into the game again, and work my way back. Still fun. I did like that game a lot. It was one of the reasons we got a Dreamcast as well. Which I love the Sonic games on the Dreamcast. Those have such a special place in my heart. The music, the soundtrack, it just felt like at the time the graphics were absolutely mind-blowing. The first level where you run through with Sonic and the whales jumping over the ocean, jumping through the water and over the bridges and everything, just like peak video game cinema in my opinion. So much fun. 9 viewers right now. Hello everyone. SZN Clan Vax. Yeah, it's just so fun. I mean, it's so fun. That's like why I started doing these channels, because like during the pandemic, and this is just for the new people that, you know, my followers that are on here right now know this story already. But like I wanted to start doing, because I went through and started pulling out my old collection of stuff that I hadn't played in a while, and I was like, I want to share this with people. I want to be able to share this. I want it to be like a Friday night where everybody's sitting back at somebody's house having pizza, enjoying a good time with these games again. So I just started doing that. I focused on having fun, not really, I'm not going for like a monetized value, although that's nice. That's an added bonus as you grow as a channel. But yeah, I just want to have fun and chat with people about games. So like this is like some of the most fun I have with my channel is being able to do these chats here and there. So yeah, a lot of good times. I'm going to start focusing on doing my videos again where I do like the top 5. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but I used to like pick like 5 of the top games you must play on Nintendo. And it starts out, oh, excuse me, my apologies. It starts out with like the most well-known games. So I'll do a top 5 of that. But then as time goes on, I'll create more top 5s and games you might not have heard of or games that you should totally check out if you never got a chance to. And I kind of build on that. And I always felt like those were fun because that opened people's eyes up to more games that they didn't know about possibly. 8 likes on the live. Thank you so much. There's one game that I am now wondering if you would really like. I would say that it's like if you mix Resident Evil with tactics game. The game is called Kudelka. It was on the PS1. I was just looking up that game the other day because I was looking for horror PS1 games and that popped up. And I was looking for a copy and I think it's a little bit more on the expensive side these days, but I do want to play that. Nightmare Creatures, Resident Evil, Parasite Eve 2, which is more Resident Evil themed, Alone in the Dark. Gosh, what is the other? I just picked up a copy of Alone in the Dark for the Dreamcast, which I can't wait to play too. What other horror movies? Silent Hill. Silent Hill to this day gives me, I just said Silent Hill and I got goosebumps. Like I felt a chill on my back. That game was so scary playing it for the first time. Oh, I'm thinking about the school. The school gives me the chills still. It's a very expensive game now. It used to be a decent price game about 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago, we're talking about a completely different story with the retro gaming market, let's say. Now it's just completely blown out of control. You have to have some money to play. I actually get, I have some extra games. Like when I collect, I try to buy like groups of games. Oh my gosh, is there a fuzzy on me? Yeah, there's a fuzzy on me. I try to get a bunch of games like in a lot to save some money, and whatever I get for duplicates, I like to clean up. I treat every game that I get like it's my own personal game. So if it's even one that I like, I try to trade up or sell for. I clean it, make it like work pristine and look as good as new as possible. So I actually have a bunch of stuff that I want to post on Facebook and Craigslist and stuff like that, but I just haven't gotten around to it because once again, time is an issue. But yeah, the games are crazy price now. Especially with like Little Samson. Little Samson's a Nintendo game that I always wanted to own. And I had like a little piggy bank saved for it because it takes forever to save for that game because it goes for like $2,000. And I honestly don't think I could ever like pull the trigger on that. Like even though I have like my little piggy bank, I put like a couple bucks here and there over the course of years. I was like, if I'm going to make that major purchase, like I will save over time. So that way it's like, it doesn't really affect a budget. But yeah, but by doing that, I've seen the price only go up. So I think I kind of priced myself out. If I ever find it for a deal or at a garage sale, oh my God, that'd be in heaven. But that's the crazy thing is like, are these games worth that price now? If you look from like a full collector standpoint, like maybe if it was like mint in box and sealed away, never to be opened again, like, okay, like I could get behind that, I guess, because it's never been played once. But like these games are meant to be played. Like you want to play them. So like that's what's driving, I think, in the end of things. I don't know if it's going to be like a collector's market where like the value will forever increase. That could always happen. But I feel like as EverDrives become more prominent and emulation really gets better and better, I don't know if people are going to be seeking them like that. So like as I come across them, if it's a fair price or whatever, yeah, sure, I'll pick that up. But you know, like when you're talking about hundreds, if not $1,000 plus for a game, is that worth it? I don't know. Like to say that you have it, Like, I could just literally make a bootleg version of it or go buy one off of Etsy for like $40 and I have the same game. Does it play exactly the same? No. So I guess maybe it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing where this whole retro gaming market is going. What are your guys' thoughts on that, though? Like, do you think like we should just like start focusing on like emulated games, or is it worth it to pay those prices for certain games? Like, I'm happy and content with what I got. I was very lucky with getting Kudelka. However, I got it from my uncle for only $4. If you ever do get the chance to play it, I recommend it, though I wouldn't say the game is worth the $300. Yes. So when you go to garage sales, you look for retro games, but they're hard to find. Do you ask the person at the garage sale if they have any old video games? Because a lot of times people don't put it out, but if you ask them, they might bring it out and be like, "Oh yeah, I got these. I don't know what to do with them." I've done that a couple times. It's paid off once. Also, I recently had a garage sale at my house, and that was an experience I don't think I want to have again. Two old ladies showed up before the garage sale even started and started fighting over things. So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, it's been an experience the last week with garage sales and stuff like that. But yeah, those a lot of people I hear now too, like people that are resellers, which resellers annoy me because they're one of the reasons why the market has gotten so crazy. They're not the full reason because people are still willing to pay those prices. So as long as people are willing to pay those prices, they will continue to go up, whether or not the game is rare. Dice, what's going on? Hello, how are you doing? I've actually been on a few minutes longer than I expected to because I need to get that last coat of paint on, but I've been having so much fun talking to everybody. As you can see, I'm like, just like in painting mode and have painting shirt on and stuff. I also did one garage sale and never again. Like, I tried to go in our garage and take things even though everything we were selling was in the yard and we had blocked off the garage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's, I'd be chasing them off my property. I told the old ladies, I was like, you stop fighting or you're out of here. No fighting. Glad to hear you're doing good, Dice. Glad you checked in. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the live stream here. I thank you all so much for joining in today. This was an absolute blast. Please, if you haven't checked out the new video yet, Matt and Matty, learn about movie magic. Please give that a like and a share if you haven't already to help it get out there. Apparently, the algorithm has changed again. But like I said, it's all about making fun. If you get a laugh out of it, and I get a laugh out of it, that's what it's all about. So enjoy that video if you get a chance to watch it. I'll be back on, what's today? Today is Monday. So I'm working tonight. I'll be on Thursday night. Hopefully Thursday night, if everything works out, I'll be on for a stream when we do some retro games. And then Saturday morning is going to be Zelda and coffee. So I'll see you guys there for those two streams. Hopefully this will all be taken down. I'll have some new videos coming out for the Nintendo stuff, or maybe we'll do Dreamcast. And yeah, have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.